President Donald Trump upped the ante against China on Friday after Beijing announced tighter controls on rare earth metal exports. Well, China is once again leveraging rare earths to retaliate against U.S. ban on semiconductors. Trump announced additional 100% tariffs on China to kick in on November 1st, in addition to cutting the supply of aircraft and plane parts. U.S. has also sanctioned Chinese refineries for buying Iranian oil. The president, however, hopes for some form of truce before the November 1st deadline. Now, that was in response to China's decision to ask overseas manufacturers to obtain an export license for some products if they contain even small amounts of Chinese-sourced rare earths. Beijing also announced port fee increase for American ships and sanctioned some American firms in retaliation. Rare earths are among the most critical raw material on the planet, deeply embedded in the technologies that underpin modern life. Yet, few people had even heard of them until the eruption of the US-China trade war thrust them into the spotlight. Now, with obscure names like gadolinium and dysprosium, rare earths are often used across sectors, from semiconductors and iPhones to MRI machines and cancer treatment. More recently, demand has been propelled by the green tech that's helped to cut carbon emissions. The rare earths are a set of 17 metallic elements grouped together because of their chemical similarities. Contrary to their name, rare earths are actually quite common in the Earth's crust. But the challenge is finding them in a high enough concentration in one place for mining to be cost-effective. The world has long been reliant on China for rare earths, which controls over 70% of the mining and supply. China has used that to its advantage in responding to the trade war initiated by Donald Trump. Beijing has leveraged its dominance of the supply chain to retaliate against American tariffs by restricting the export of rare earths. Going beyond tit-for-tat tariff, China has used rare earths as a weapon in the trade war with the United States. Well, the latest escalation comes just weeks ahead of a scheduled in-person meeting between Trump and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping. While Trump initially threatened to cancel his meeting with Xi, he later said there is a chance that if China unlocks the flow of rare earth shipments.
No, I haven't canceled, but I don't know that we're going to have it. But I'm going to be there regardless, so I would assume we might have it. But, they hit the world with something that really is not anything that people are going to do. And it was shocking.